We're going to begin now, Bava Metziah Daf Pei Gimel. We're going to begin for Rabbi S Greenwald. The Gemara previously cited Rabbi Elazar's answer to the apparent contradiction between the statements of the Meir, which was followed by the analysis of the various opinions of Tanaim. The Gemara now presents a different interpretation. The oath is a decree from the Chachamim. In the Chodam, if the Chacham did not impose the oath, then you will have no person that will be willing to transport a barrel from one place to another, because if it might break and he'll have to pay. How exactly does he take an oath? Rava says, I take an oath that I broke it unintentionally. Also, the came to say, Shemachinam takes an oath, while the Nesachar pays. This one is according to this law, and this one is according to this law. As it came to say, yes. This is written according to the opinion of a mayor. However, I wonder whether both this and that one can take the oath. It makes us sure that he was not negligent with regards to the barrel. But according to Shem Yisachar, why does he take a shua? And even if refers to unpaid, Shem, this works out well. The barrel was broken on an inclined plane. How could he say that he wasn't negligent? Even an inclined plane, this works well when there's no evidence. But when there is evidence, let him bring evidence and it'll be exempt. It says that an eyewitness and oath of Hashem shall be between them. But if there's an eyewitness, let him bring evidence and be exempt. So a certain man who transported a barrel of wine in the market of Mechuzah, and broken on one of the protrusions of the wall of Mechuzah. Came before the Amalei, who said to him, people are generally found there. Go and bring evidence in your favor, and you'll be exempt. So he said to him, come on, you go according to Yisrael, really come and say, yes, I will according to the opinion of Yisrael, and we hold it according to this opinion. There was a certain man who said to another, go and buy wine from me 400 pitchers of wine. Also, the second man went and bought them for him. Ultimately, he came before the first man and said to him, I bought 400 pitchers of wine for you, but they fermented. This case came before Rava. Our lay says the second man, if 400 pitchers of wine had fermented, this matter would generally be public. People would have heard about it. Go and bring proof that initially when you purchased the pitchers, the wine was good. We hold in accordance to this opinion. Ask in Rabbi Bar Yosef issued a decree in the city of Sichar, where he was a sage. According to those who carry loads on a pole, and the items break. They must pay half. My time, what's the reason? Because the pole is used to carry loads that are too much for one individual, carrying too little for two. It's close to an accident, equally close to negligence. And therefore they compromise with the payment of half liability. B'digla, carrying with the digla, then Mishal Kuli pays everything. Certain porters broke his barrel of wine after he had hired them to transfer the barrels. Shakal took their cloaks of payment for the lost wine. Also, they came and told the Rav, they said, give me their cloaks. Give them their cloaks. They said, is this the halacha? Yes, it says those who walk. He came and told Rav. Rav said, give them their clothes. He said, yes. It says that you may walk in their ways of good men. Let's skip. Sorry. You say, give the cloak. So the porter said to Rav, we are poor people and we toil all day. We are hungry and we have nothing. So he said, go and give them their wages. Keep the paths of the righteous. Mishnah. With regards to a person who hires workers, tells them to rise exceptionally early and continue working until exceptionally late. So if the custom is not to rise early or work late, then he can't force them. In a local, if they are in a local where the employer is accustomed to providing the laborers with sweet food, there was a story involving Rabbi and Masi said to his son, go out and hire workers for us. His son went, hired them and pledged to provide sustenance for them as a term of their employment without specifying the details. When he came back to his father and reported what he had done, so said to him, even if you were to prepare the feast for them like this, why? So the stipulation that the food will be provided on the condition that you have the right to claim from me only a meal of bread and legumes. Now, with regard to the Mishnah statement that employer may not compel his laborers to rise exceptionally early and continue working until exceptionally late, the Gemara asks, Shita, isn't this obvious? So the Gemara says, for the employer increased their wages beyond the standard of that place. Other tema, you would say, you would say the employer could say to the laborers, the fact that I increased your wages was with the understanding that you would rise early and continue working late for me. Therefore it teaches us how the toughest lawn, the laborers can say to the responsible employer, the fact that you increased our wages was with the understanding that you would perform quality work for you, not that we would work longer hours. Our Shlokish. A labor entrance into the city from the field at the end of the day's work at his own expense. In other words, he must work until the very end of the day before returning home, and he's not paid for his travel time. The contrast, the departure to work is at his employer's expense. Sunrise, they slink away and couch in their dens. Man goes forth to his work and to his labors until the evening. Where says, let us see how they are accustomed to work in that place. So my answer is Benekreto. So, of course, the new city. Sorry, let us see from which city the laborers originally came. Our answer is Benekreto. It's an electrical group of laborers who came from many different cities. If you wish to say that the employer says the laborer, our hire is a laborer by Torah law. In being darkness and its night, in which all the beasts of the forest creep forth. They resemble the beasts of the forest. The sunrise, they slink away the couches of the dens. A righteous person will not have his own residence in the world to come. And they found a certain officer whose responsibility was to arrest thieves. He said to the officer, how are you able to arrest them? Are they likened to beast except by Timbers Kolchayase? Mr. Kari Vasuke. Other people say he lies in wait in a secret place as a lion in his lair. Perhaps you are beyond the righteous and leave the wicked alone. Well, he might have it. So the officer said to him, what should I do? Harmon and the Malko, it's the king's edict. I must arrest the thieves. I'm doing the best of my ability. Come and I will instruct how you should do it. The 4th hour of the day, enter the tavern. When you see something drinking wine, holding the cup in his hand, and doing so, inquire about his background. If he's a Talmud Chacham and he's dozing, so assume that he rose early in the morning for his studies. And if his work is at night, if his work is at night and no one heard him working, it's possible that this is because he draws copper wires. And then if not, one of these, he's a thief and he should arrest him. The matter was heard in the king's palace. The king's minister said, let the reader of the letter be a messenger. In other words, since Rabbi Elazar offered his advice, he should be the one implementing it. It's the expression. Let the reader of the letter be the messenger. They brought Rabbi Elazar Rishimon and he proceeded to arrest thieves. Rabbi Shimon ben Kercha said, you are a vinegar son of wine, you are wicked in comparison to your father. Until when will you inform the nations of our God to be sentenced to executed by the Gentile court? He sent the message to him, I am merely eradicating thorns from the vineyard. He said, let the owner of the vineyard come and Hashem and eradicate the thorns. One day a certain honor of Rabbi Elazar, so he said to him, the fact that this man acted so, you can conclude from here that he's a Rosh. And they arrested him. After his mind settled, when his anger stopped, he regretted his hasty decision. Also, he went after the archman in order to ransom him and save him from execution. He wasn't able to. He said, whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps his soul from troubles. So they hanged this guy. He stood beneath the gallows and cried. Don't be so worried because him and his sons engage in Bila with a young woman on Yom Kippur. Upon hearing this, and he says, he said, rejoice, my enemies, rejoice. If you have a suffix, and Hashem does this, how much more so about the I am assured that the worms will not affect you. This is a man tzaddik. For the his mind was not calm and decided to test himself. He arranged for people to give him like a drink, and they brought him into the house of marble and cut open his belly. They removed baskets upon baskets of fat from him, placed him in the hot sun in the summer months of Tammuz, and the fat did not do anything. In this manner, Rabbi Elazar, son of Rabbi Shimon, received proof that his decisions were correct and that he was wholly righteous. So the Gemara says all fat does not smell. The Gemara says all fat does not smell, but the red veins do. Here, even though the red veins are unfat, they do not smell. He said about himself, my flesh also dwells in safety.